I've been trying to make this video for 52 years. I'm not even 52 years old, but it's been a while, like a couple hours. And I think it's a little bit harder when you're at home and the kids are there and they want like nothing to do with you. And then I've said this to quite a few people, and then the second you pick up your work or your phone or your camera to make a video, they're all over you. Can anyone relate to this? So what I want to share today is a self-development exercise that I do. I'm just going to share a little tiny bit of it because the rest is brought to you in a paid group that I do, but I'm just going to give this to you for free because I know if you do it, it will change your life. It will transform your life, especially if you do 1 through 10, but I'm just going to give you number 1 and number 2. So this is an exercise that I put together with a whole bunch of different things, and this is what works for me. So I call this the stop being a I was gonna swear, I'm still gonna swear, stop being an asshole exercise. So we're all assholes. The only person that's not an asshole is maybe like Mother Teresa or Gandhi. And I'm sure at some point in their life, they've also been an asshole. I wonder what that thing is on the tree. Oh, it's just sap. Just sap. Okay, I thought maybe one of the kids, it could have been like bird poop or something, or sap, or paint. I thought maybe one of the kids was like, let's paint the tree gray with paint that we found that we shouldn't be using, but no, it's not. So anyway, don't be an asshole exercise. So this is how it goes. I'm just gonna give you number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is, what can't you tolerate? And I'm sure there's like 10 million things that you're like intolerant of, but it's said, the 10 things, I'm only going to give you 2. It's said if you can just continually clear these up, that you're going to be like, and how do I say this? You bring them into the light. So they're the darkness that you hide because you don't want anyone to know, but that's why you don't tell anyone, you just write it down. So it is more powerful if you do tell somebody, but you can't just tell just anybody because most people use it against you. It's human nature. That's why so many people have business coaches and therapists and all these people that you've been probably seeing pop up that help you through your problems, because you can't tell just anyone. So a lot of people also won't even write it in a journal because they're scared somebody will see it. So I guess scared that somebody will see who they actually are. So who are you actually? So I don't really like that you have to show different people different sides. It's nice to just show everybody the same side. Does everyone deserve the same side? I don't know. I guess it's how they treat you, but that's all your perception too of how they treat you, because maybe that's not how they're really treating you, and they have a totally different background. So whatever. just work on yourself. I always tell everyone that, just work on yourself. Just work on yourself. It's not selfish. You're going to be nicer and you're going to be better able to help other people if you're a better person. Even if you think you're like the best person in the world, you can still be a better person. So, number 1, intolerance. Number 2, greediness. Where are you being greedy in your life? So with both of those, where are you being intolerant, where are you being greedy, it's the first thing that pops in your mind. Don't question it. Maybe 3 things popped in your mind. Just pick one. Write down the first one. So I'm being intolerant about. Now, there's a whole other list of things that go along with this. So your next thing is this serving you in any way? Sometimes the answer will be yes, unfortunately, because maybe it is serving you. It's serving you because it's not allowing you to move forward, therefore you get to stay comfortable. But what I want you to ask yourself is this serving the version of the person you want to become? So you should have a person that you want to become, which is just a better version of yourself. So is this serving the highest version of yourself? Probably the answer is no. So next you say, where did this come from? Because where did it come from? Because you probably heard it somewhere or something. You're constantly hearing it from like your boyfriend or girlfriend or your mother or your neighbor. Where did it come from? Because you didn't just make it up by yourself. So did it come from the news? Did it come from when you were little? Again, it's the first thing that pops in your head. Where did this belief come from? Or this intolerance? Or what was the next one I said? Where did this greedy thought come from? So you're going to do the same thing with both. And then the next thing is you thank yourself. So you thank yourself for bringing it into your awareness. So it was in you and you brought it out by doing this exercise. So there's something called Ho'oponopono. I think that's what it's called. Ho'oponopono. That's how you say it. So it was created in Hawaii, and you have to Google it and look it up, but basically somebody went into a mental hospital and healed all the criminally insane people who were locked up using Ho'oponopono. So without ever seeing any of the patients. So if this is the first time you're hearing this, you're like, wow, that's kind of crazy. It's not. The more you hear it and the more you, like, I went like deep into like reading about it and like researching it, and it actually works. So just stick with me here. So next what you do is you've brought the intolerance into your awareness and you did the other steps I said. Now you say to the intolerance that you said, or you can do it towards where the belief came from. Most likely the belief came from when you were little. So you have the intolerance for, I'm going to say, snakes. You have an intolerance for snakes. I'm sure it's much worse than snakes. But you have an intolerance for snakes. Where did that come from? Okay, that came from fill in the blank. Your mother, your father, your step parent, your brother, your sister, your grandparent, your caregiver, your teacher. It probably came from when you were little. So next you say, I'm sorry. And the next one is thank you. No, hold on a second. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I love you. Thank you. So you actually thank the person that gave this to you. I know that sounds crazy, but if you're holding on to anger or resentment or intolerance or greediness, which is a low level vibration. I was on a podcast and the person told me that I'm kind of woo-woo. Okay, sometimes I am. Sometimes woo-woo works. Woo-woo is like the thing that you think's crazy, but then you try it and it works. So just try it. It works. So then, yeah, you thank the person and then you let it go. And then you can create your own affirmation if you want. So what's an affirmation? An affirmation is like a better way of looking at a situation. So let me make one for snakes. This is so funny. You have to laugh, right? So snakes. Snakes are it's so funny to make an affirmation about snakes. Snakes are, I don't know, I can't even make one. Hold on. I'm just gonna make one about money. That has nothing to do with snakes, because maybe the snake was the intolerance, but I just disguised it as something else. So if you have a belief around money, it's greedy. Okay, number 2 was greed. So you have an intolerance around people with lots of money or greedy or something like that. Then you say, money flows easily to me. I live with an abundance of money. When I spend $1, $10 come back to me. You have to heal your money story, but you probably have to heal like 10 other million things. We all do, and it doesn't stop. It just goes on forever. They say new level, new devil. It's true. Never ends. Especially, like, you can stay where you are and not heal anything, but you will stay where you are. Or you can put the work in and then you can heal the things and do the things and get the things. That's the truth. That's the way it works. It's pretty easy. Like line in the sand, easy. It's this or this, black or white. Pick one, because you can stay where you are or you can do the work and you can move forward. And you have to make the work fun, really. So those are just two of the things. So how that exercise works even better is if you tell somebody, but I don't even suggest telling anybody, because like I said, most people hold your weaknesses against you, and those really are weaknesses. But the thing is, if you're strong enough to bring them into your awareness and write them down and heal them, I always use these fingers, then they're not going to be your weakness anymore. So once you recognize them, nobody can hold them against you. But just be careful who you tell. And yeah, even if you write it down and you think, oh, I'm just going to rip it up and throw it away, there you go. There's your letting it go. So these are the kinds of things that I do in my courses. So yeah, right now I'm teaching systems, the system to run your business. But I have 3 different tiers. So the first tier is done for you. Most people that are going to get these things done for them, they've already worked through a lot of these things, or that's on them. So they use their business or their relationships, or they just do this naturally, just comes naturally to them through, most of the time, work or motion or moving forward. So there's the done for you. People that do done for you systems in their business, like when I had my landscaping business, I'm not going to do self-development with you when you paid me to mow your lawn, right? When I used to do that, or you paid me to have someone else mow your lawn, like my employees, but just doesn't happen. But if you want me to show you, like done with you or show you, you're going to do self-development things, because you're not yet at the level of skill to be able to just do it naturally. So that's why I teach you, because you want to get to the point where you can pay for the things and get the things and get them done for you. That's what I assume most people want. That's what I know most people want. So yeah, I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this video to a webinar I'm doing about systems, and this is more so the done with you. So throughout done with you is self-development. Just happens. It's necessary. It needs to be done, because you want to get to the point where you can just pay other people to do the things and live the life you want to live. But you need the self-development. So I'm going to end that video there. I'm going to go eat my supper. I'm going to post the link in the comments, the link to the webinar. Okay, talk soon.